They fought for our country, but now our nation's heroes are fighting to feed their families. Food stamp use among our troops and their families skyrocketing since the Great Recession started. Joining me now, Barno, a former helicopter pilot for the United States Army and now a military advisor to concerned vets for America. Amber, welcome to the show. It's great to have you here, but this is a disturbing trend. We've got essentially a doubling of the number of military folks who are getting food stamps. What's going on?
Yeah, this is the unfortunate reality that we're seeing with our younger, lower enlisted ranks within the military who are married and often have multiple children, and they're unable to feed their families. Many of these lower enlisted ranks are making, before their basic housing allowance and their food allowance, just over the poverty line at about $20,000, which is putting them on a really tight budget, and some of them have to go on food stamps.
Well, right now we're taking a look at the redemption levels at grocery stores. These are military grocery stores, so commissaries on base, basically. They're seeing a huge increase, ramp up in food stamps. Now, you said that they start their military lives earning about $20,000. Another big problem that I've read about is a lot of spouses are not working either. So essentially, you're trying to, raise a family possibly on just one salary.
Yeah, the military lifestyle isn't exactly consistent or stable, as anyone in the military community knows. So often soldiers are called into work in the middle of the night. There's deployments, there's go to the field and do different training events multiple times a year. So especially when there's children involved, often it's usually going to be a one income earning home. So spouses that do work, a lot of them, it is part-time work, which a Syracuse University study recently found that 90% of female military spouses were underemployed. And then another study found that 30% of military spouses ages 18 to 24 were unemployed altogether. So that puts those lower enlisted families even on a tighter budget with that one income.
Amber, what's your message to Washington? What do you think Washington should be doing at this point?
Well, this isn't just a military problem, as we've seen, even with the commissaries' numbers with the use of food stamps going up. They don't know if it's active duty or veterans. It's definitely both. But this is a problem with the unstable economy that we've seen with America. Real-life Americans are suffering each and every day, and this is one of the problems. So we need to fix the unemployment rate. With post-9/11 veterans, it's still well above the national average. In January, it was 7.9%, and our veterans and our military members really deserve better than that.
I got to tell you, I agree, and it's obvious to me, having looked at this over time, that these military folks are always the people who get targeted by bad guys who try to rip people off all the time. Bad products, just loser ideas always get marketed to these same folks. I hate to see it. How can people help military members tonight if they want to help them?
If they want to help, there's some great nonprofit organizations out there that help military members when they're in financial need. Operation Homefront is one of them. And then also each military service has their own, but the Army's is the Army Emergency Relief Fund. You can Google them and you can donate there online. It's a nonprofit that provides emergency funds to soldiers who need it multiple times a year if they get in a bind and are looking for help. But also active duty soldiers really need to use the resources for them that are out there. They need to be going to like the military financial planners that are there on base. They're free, they're able for their soldiers to use, and they need to be taking advantage of those.
Wow, Amber, thanks for that. Appreciate your information. Thanks for your time tonight.
Thanks, I appreciate it.